Welcome to Hello Monday, where Rachel talks all things ballet and fitness, sharing strategies and techniques to help you start, grow, and create a thriving business using your passion for ballet and fitness. And here's your host, Rachel Withers.
Hi there, and welcome to another Hello Monday. And tonight's Hello Monday, well, as always, we're going to be talking about ballet, we're going to be talking about fitness. But what I thought I would do tonight is I would have a special guest with me tonight, and I have Sarah Whitney with me tonight, who is from the Imperfect Ballerina. And Sarah's going to be really sharing with you her experiences with Ballet Befit, but also her experiences in building her classes up, how she's really kind of developed her business, and really we're just going to be talking ballet and we're just going to be talking fitness. So I'm going to welcome Sarah into the stream, but please, as always, say hello, really know who we're talking to. Put those comments in the chat box. If you have any questions throughout this live stream, please let me know, and we'll try and answer any questions that we have as we go along. Deborah's saying hi Deborah, great to have you here. Hi Sarah, great to have you here as well. So it's going to be a really good a good conversational chat, and we're going to find out all about Sarah, her classes and her business tonight. So I'm going to welcome Sarah onto Hello Monday. Hi Sarah, great to have you here. Hi.
Hello everyone.
Hi. Well, what I think would be really great is if you can kind of give us a little bit of the background of your experience and how you got to really start with Ballet Befit and get into dance and fitness. Sort of a little bit of the background about you and your experience would be really great, Sarah.
Okay, well, I'll try and give you the abridged version, but carry on talking. Well, basically, it all started, I think, with a New Year's resolution, because I had been attending some bar classes at my local gym, but I'd realised that there was nothing else around apart from that one bar class that I could go to on a Tuesday evening. And I thought, okay, New Year's resolution, I'm going to do something completely different. Having done ballet as a kid, nothing more than I think I went up to maybe grade 3, grade 4, which I'll come back to hopefully and talk to you about my experiences of ballet dancing then and how they are quite different. But I loved being at the bar. You know, it made me feel relinquished the stress, and just was so good for the fitness. So I got a little bit addicted. So as in New Year, I decided I was going to look into doing some sort of fitness training. But obviously, that is not my background. My background actually is a French and Spanish teacher. So teaching skills there, but quite a different skill set. Really rubbish at science, I have to say, at school. Managed to scrape my grade C pass. So anatomy was never going to be something that I went to. But I managed to find through that the lovely Claire Watts from the Pilates Lounge at Sutton Coldfield, and she was offering bar time, just finished a bar training, and had said really what you need to do to sort of manage to get along this road is to do some sort of level 3 qualification. Pilates would be the best thing really for you to do so. So I decided during lockdown, as you do, that I was going to train for my Pilates qualification, just to give myself that extra thing to do, because teaching French and Spanish, that's not enough.
No, just add something else. Teach Pilates in French and Spanish, why not?
Yeah, that's a possibility, isn't it? So we managed to get quite together and do some in-person training at Pilates, but it was always going to be with the end goal to do some sort of ballet fitness. And I suppose then I managed to do some individual classes, but had not really done any group classes at that stage after I'd qualified. And then Ballet Befit came up onto my Facebook, and it was talking about joining the Ballet Befit fitness rooms. So I thought, yeah, well, actually, that sounds perfect. I joined you with a masterclass.
Yes.
I think it was the Christmas one that you were doing.
I think it was.
Might have been just one with good old Buble in there.
Yeah, good old Buble. Yeah.
It's not Christmas without Buble, is it?
It's definitely not. Oh, and I had a bit of Barlow in there as well, because I always need a bit of Gary Barlow in there as well, because, yeah.
Keep the balance.
Yeah, keep the balance.
So, yeah. So after that, you were talking about signing up to become a Ballet Befit instructor, and you'd got specific deals on at the time. I know that you're really good in terms of supporting people and making sure that they can obviously access it. You know, it doesn't have to be sort of a financial strain. You can do different payments and things like that. So I decided to sign up. And so in December, I went through all of the materials that you had got there. Because one of the things that I'm sure people know that are watching is that Ballet Befit has got its own academy. So there's a whole sort of pool of resources to use. And yeah, so taking it from there, then the Imperfect Ballerina was born, and I decided to offer my group Pilates sessions alongside some Ballet Befit stuff. So I've got various different classes on, as well as the Pilates.
So tell me a little bit more, I think, first of all, tell me about the Imperfect Ballerina. Tell me kind of how that was born. What's the thought process behind it? Because I think it's a beautiful business name to have, and clearly it does have a message. And I think it'd be really great to see hear really what that means to you, and let the listeners really understand what the Imperfect Ballerina is, and how it evolved from where you started with your Pilates and doing the ballet fitness as well.
Yeah, so as I was saying beforehand, I did do ballet as a kid, but I'm 5'10", so I'm quite a tall girl, quite a big built girl, so to say. And I suppose I didn't ever fit the stereotypical ballerina form, nor am I very flexible either, which was the other thing in terms of, you know, am I ever going to be able to do this? Am I going to be able to actually do a fitness qualification when I can't actually do the splits or throw my leg up above my head or behind or whatever? So I suppose that was the thought behind it, that, you know, I knew that I loved ballet, but I knew I wasn't going to fit this perfect, if it does exist, I'm not sure it does, perfect ballerina stereotype. So that was the thought process behind it. One of the key things that I would say about Ballet Befit is, and the biggest thing that attracted me, was that it's ballet fitness for all. You know, you can be any shape, any size, any ability and flexibility, or have the rhythm or whatever, but it's more about, you know, being more mobile, I suppose increasing flexibility to some extent, but also just enjoying fitness. We want to encourage people to be fit, to come to the classes and have fun. You know, life is stressful as enough as it is. You don't want to be adding, you know, an extra layer into that. So that's really the sort of vibe that I wanted to have in the classes, that, you know, everyone is welcome. And we have got, you know, we've got clients in there that are starting from, I would say, in their 20s to up to over in their 70s, and that just really illustrates the inclusivity of, you know, the Ballet Befit and the Pilates that are offered.
Yeah, I think it is about, isn't it? It's that sometimes if you're starting back into getting into fitness, or you've been away, for me, the whole ethos of Ballet Befit is that I don't want mainly ladies. I don't want ladies to feel it's sometimes you can do, and I felt it, like, say you go to a gym and all the machines can be scary enough in themselves, and it can feel quite intimidating if there's that, you think everybody's completely in shape, and you feel you can feel quite intimidated. And that was something that led me to really, when I started Ballet Befit all those years ago, it was very much about, I wanted it to be completely accessible, and ladies and gentlemen, or of all age ranges, coming into an environment where they were able to feel comfortable with focusing on their own fitness goals, and not think that it's a late, you had to wear a leotard and you have your legs in a tutu, and that it's actually about enjoying fitness in a different way, and as well being able to express yourself. And I think that that's something that, for me, and I'm sure it is for yourself, what is so nice about combining the dance and the fitness element to it is that you really are able to express yourself and get that enjoyment while being in shape. And I'm just seeing some comments come through. Somebody said hi, and I haven't got your name there, so sorry about that. But Deborah's actually saying, we're not all Love Islanders, are we? Have you been watching?
No, I haven't. I refuse to waste my time on that. But I know that it is quite popular.
It is popular, isn't it? It's very popular. But that's the thing. It's creating that image that is what being attractive is all about. And I think what I hope with, and I can tell by obviously your message and what you're saying, is that just being, and it's not just, that's the wrong word, but being fit and healthy, taking care of your body, respecting your body, doing something that you enjoy is actually, and loving who you are in not a stereotypical manner such as Love Island, not having, is very, very important. And I think that message coming through with what you're doing, the imperfect ballerina, I think is a beautiful message, and it matches and is so aligned with what we do at Ballet Befit. And I'm sure that a lot of your clients that you have, I'm sure, say this is what's attracted them to your classes, really.
Yeah, and I suppose I take the very, in a nice way, but the normal box of, not being, super flexible, super balletic, but, bringing it to everyone, so everyone feels that they can unleash that inner ballerina. So
exactly, it's about unleashing that, because we dance. We dance as children, don't we? When you were young, you didn't have to go to a ballet class or anything like that. But if you were happy, you'd just dance, wouldn't you, for joy or something like that? And it's very much that we lose that as well. And I think that getting that balance of having that freedom of movement, of dance, and then combining it with the fitness, because we need to look after our bodies and we need to respect our bodies. We've only got one body, is really important. And I think that's what I feel is coming through with what you're doing. And how has the Ballet Befit really helped you in terms of your Pilates business and your Pilates classes? How has it contributed anything, or has it done nothing?
Well, most definitely. I mean, before I started with the Ballet Befit, I was just doing one-to-one Pilates clients, obviously having recently qualified. And I suppose having your support, Rachel, has enabled me to have the confidence to actually go, okay, right, we're going to advertise this, we're going to advertise it, we're going to put timetable together, we're going to make sure that people know the types of classes that are offered, and obviously being part of the Ballet Befit family, you've also got that sort of kudos or and an advertising really that goes with it. I've certainly, as some of you may know, put a few things onto the Ballet Befit rooms, such as boot camps that I've run, charity events and things like that, and it just helps to get the message out there, really. That's
the Ballet Fitness Rooms is our Facebook group, and what we do as the Ballet Befit family, if I can actually speak tonight, get my words out, is we really enable our instructors to be able to promote their classes, promote what they're doing in the Ballet fitness room, because it is a community which is all about dance and all about ballet and all about fitness. And you found that has that really helped you?
Yeah, the other thing that I would say as well is just the mindset things that you do. I mean, it's wonderful that you do these Hello Mondays, and obviously people can tune in whilst they're cooking the dinner or, you know, eating the dinner, as I know I have before. Just to sort of hear some messages that you're promoting, and I think that's the biggest thing, really. The inspiration of Ballet Befit to really have the confidence to go for it. I don't know whether I read it or heard it, but apparently the brain will talk you out of something within a couple of seconds because that's the easier route. And actually, you know, a lot of the messages that you have is, okay, go for it. You know, you've got this calling to actually, you know, instruct some ballet fitness, go for it, and don't overthink things too much, really.
I think that is so true. We like to stay in our comfort zone, really, and it's actually, they are limiting beliefs that we have, and it is the mind. It's the mind actually protecting us, saying, "Oh no, don't do that. Don't step out of the comfort zone." How has your kind of life changed, really, by taking action and stepping out of your comfort zone and doing, obviously you've taken a lot on, you've learned your Pilates, you're doing the ballet fitness. How has your life changed by doing that?
Well, it's great to know that you're offering something to other people, you know, bringing the enjoyment to other people. Yeah, it's a real sort of gift. Do that in the day job a little bit, but obviously to have it side on. And I think particularly during the pandemic, where people have found it quite hard to actually get out, you've provided the confidence to actually go online. I offer all of the classes that I do via Zoom, and that is, you know, by people opt in to either join per class or as a monthly subscription that I offer. So, you know, it does feel really good to do that. What I would say though is, I think sometimes people are under the illusion that, you know, people don't get nervous at all before they're doing the classes. Every single class beforehand, I am nervous, and you know, it's about that comfort zone and maybe adrenaline and maybe wanting to do well and give people a nice experience. But you shouldn't let that horrible sort of nervousness or feeling uncomfortable stop you from doing anything, because afterwards, you know, the feeling, well, you've done good for your own body, so you've basically exercised, and you've got to have a fairly good level of fitness to be able to sustain to instruct a class. I mean, that is one of the things that people will say, oh, I don't know how you do the exercise, Sarah, and also, you know, instruct at the same time, but I don't know whether that's adrenaline or what it is. You do manage to up your own fitness through offering them, but also you're facilitating that experience for everybody else. So it means that, you know, they don't have to pay costly gym memberships. They can basically grab a wall, grab a chair. I do use equipment in some of the classes just to shake it up a little bit, but you know, there's nothing that you can't do at home. So it's win-win, I would say.
And how many classes are you doing at the moment? And as you said, you're online, aren't you? You're mainly
all online.
All
because
online.
obviously I trained for the Pilates during the pandemic, and it was very much sort of hokey cokey with the pandemic. We're in, we're out, what we're doing things. So I just decided I was going to offer classes via Zoom instead. And the classes really evolved. I started offering just a couple of classes, I would say, just straight Pilates, and then what I call happy hour at the bar, because I think that's very much what it is. In our ballet fitness class, where you know you do get a full body workout, and then I realised that for some people that, you know, an hour was too long, so I then put that to express bar. So we've got the 3 classes going, and then evolve things a little bit with Pilates, so bringing equipment into there. So Pilates with the small Pilates ball that we use, or people can use substitutes with cushions and things like that. And then I suppose after that, I think it was actually after watching one of your Hello Mondays of just thinking, right, okay, what type of classes can you offer? What type of classes can you offer? And you were talking about the ballet boot camp. I think you were perhaps doing a ballet boot camp as well earlier. So that seed had been sown, even though I knew that I wasn't able to necessarily offer our own ballet boot camp to start with. But I just thought, okay, we can start to offer slightly different classes. So we can offer like classes that just focus purely on the core. So it brought together a lot of the Pilates stuff that obviously very much marries up with the ballet fitness, and then classes that focusing on arms, so ballet arms, and then I've got a class that is called OMG.
I like that.
Oh my glutes is what it stands for. And then after offering those types of things, I thought, okay, we can perhaps put this into a boot camp. So I then, I thought I was a bit stupid at the time, because I just recovered from being a little bit poorly, as teachers are often in half term. And I thought, right, okay, we're going to do a 14-day boot camp. And it was 4 days. Get up right in the middle of the morning. But I suppose that's the other thing, if you say you're doing it, you make yourself accountable. So you do it. And, once you have then got people signed up for the classes, and, people are sort of expecting recordings as well, which is one of the other things that I do, then it just rolls on from there. So, so offering some extra classes, because I try to keep it current, try to keep it fresh, so that people are not quite knowing what to expect. I've got a centre bar class that is starting just as a little taster, and just trying to think what the other one was that I was doing this. It's centre bar and disco bar.
Disco bar.
Disco bar. Just adding a few more disco tunes, some lights, and
that'll be fun. That'll be good. So you're really offering different types of classes using the Ballet Befit method with fusion with Pilates as well, and you're really doing your live classes. So you're doing on-demand classes as well. So you've got your classes that people can purchase that aren't live as well. You do it. So that's what you're saying as well, that you offer too.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of sort of class size, I'm sure that anybody in the fitness industry will appreciate that July, August, maybe September's a little bit better, but it starts to get quite tricky in terms of people attending. So one of the things that I have offered, because plans and projects change so much over the summer, particularly at the moment when we're not knowing whether we need to quarantine or isolate or whatever. So I took the decision to record the classes as well, face with the success of the boot camp recordings that people were offering, because I did the boot camp, the ballet boot camp, 7 o'clock in the morning, just before work, and not everyone was wanting to get up as early as that, so or couldn't for any other reason. So what was nice then, realized that I could offer the recordings and people could still be included and do the boot camp. Accountability in terms of people doing the boot camp as well. They'd often message me after and sort of say, "Oh, I've done it now, Sarah. Thank you for putting my arms on fire," or glutes on fire.
Arms on fire, like it. Yeah, I think that's the thing. What you've done so well is that you've got the concept, you're using the concept, you've got your standard classes that obviously you're teaching via Zoom online, but then yes, you've created a boot camp that you did a block 14 days, as you say, 7 o'clock in the morning. You offered that live also as a recording. Then in the summer, we all know that people have other commitments, the children are off school, that makes it a little bit more tricky to kind of routines are changed. And I think doing providing the option for people to purchase your classes, because they might want to take them on holiday with them and actually keep in shape and go along. And I think that really works well. But you're finding, really, even though this is a hard time of year for fitness professionals, your classes are usually at 15 plus, and you're at 10 at the moment. So you're doing absolutely amazing with it, aren't you, really?
Yeah, I suppose that's the thing of not taking anything too personally, and realizing that, you know, it isn't necessarily that people don't want to come to your class. It's just that life does this thing of just getting in the way, and the things do. But my hope is, obviously, by offering different things, it's going to continue to, you know, grow the clientele and sort of see what's happening. And obviously having the recording option as well, they can dip their toe into the water and sort of see how things are outside of a live class. And it's quite interesting, Rachel, that lots of people really love the recordings for that reason, that they can take them on holiday, that they can you know, do them at a time that suits them, so they don't have to get up at particular times. And other people really do like the motivation of a live class, of going, okay, I need to do it now. And I know that, you know, because I think, again, going back to the pandemic, that we've really craved that sense of community, haven't we? And that's been one of the ways that we can do it. And not just the expense of going to a gym, but some people are not feeling safe enough, you know, in terms of going there yet. So it helps from that. But also it's quite time efficient as well. So there isn't a drive to the gym as well. But that said, I do
all of that,
exactly.
Isn't it? It's all of that, really. And we touched on it a little bit, because you said it's a win-win, that you're keeping in shape, really, while earning money. Is there any other benefits that you found, really, with the Ballet Befit method and introducing that into your business?
What I've really liked is just knowing that I've got the support there always. You, as we've mentioned, you offer so many of these little Hello Mondays or extra things in terms of that. I know that you're constantly evolving the business as well to offer the best for people there. And I think what's nice is that you can go back to all of those resources to sort of just refresh. If you want to. It does feel very much like a family, in the terms of, you know, the instructors are very much wanting to support you know, the new instructors. I love the fact that when you go onto those onto the Facebook page that you've got everybody sort of congratulating people for managing to get their certificates, and just offering advice as well. I mean, you're great at offering advice as well if you've got any particular things. I know that there was something on getting the music licensing that you were happy to help with, as is obviously Sarah, who is a lovely mentor, who will answer any sort of questions that you've got. But I think it's nice to have that. I think the thing is, with the Ballet Befit method, you have got all of the different steps there in the videos and things to show you, and then you can put them together in different ways as you want to. So, you know, I know that in some certifications you have to learn a pre-choreographed routine, which you can do. You do offer that option where you can actually learn that, but it's all about perhaps putting your own little spin on it as well. And yeah, I mean, being you is your unique selling point, isn't it? There isn't another you.
Exactly. So. And I think that's the thing, what we try to do at Ballet Befit is bring out your confidence and bring out the personality and the instructor in delivering the classes in the way that an instructor is going to feel confident and comfortable doing, because you've got to deliver in a way that is you, because otherwise you're going to come across as inauthentic to your clients. They're not going to get you. And it's really important that in your class deliver it right through to your marketing messages, that though it all is completely aligned with who you are as an individual in your business, in your classes, and how you want to deliver the classes, because there's only one you, and that is what makes you special. That is what makes you unique, and you have to harness that and bring that out more. And when you do that, your classes are going to be far more successful, and your message and your delivery is going to be true to what you want to do. Your clients are going to get that, and that's really what is going to get the best for you, your business, and your clients, really. And I think what you've done by actually thinking about yourself as a child and doing your dance classes and thinking, oh, I'm 5 foot. I would always love to have been 5'10". I'm like about 5 foot. I would love to be.
We always want what we've not got.
Yeah, I know. But it's that experience that you've felt that you've then turned and made a real positive from it, which I commend you for so much, and really used it in your messaging for your business, which I think is really incredible. And then another thing that I think is amazing, you've actually done charity events as well, and I'd love you to share about your charity events that you've held. That would be lovely to hear.
Yeah, so one of the things, again, I suppose it's just spreading good, isn't it? The whole sort of trying to do good for yourself, everybody else, and also trying to get charities involved. So I had got, again, an idea in my head, I suppose, right at the beginning of the year, that I did want to eventually do a charity event. So easy to set up in terms of just having a look at the Just Giving pages that will support millions and millions of charities, I'm sure. But I decided for one of the classes that I wasn't going to charge anything at all, and instead people could make a donation. They could make as little as £1 if they wanted to, up to whatever they wanted to give, and it just meant that everyone then knew that they'd contributed to something else as well. So we did that event on Saturday, actually, for Breast Cancer Now, and even with that sort of lower numbers than what we were sort of expecting, we still managed to raise over £210, which for sort of an hour's class where, you know, everyone gets fitness class, and then we can also give back, I think is quite a nice thing to do. It has made me think about other themed events though. So I'm sort of thinking now, shall I do a Halloween one? Shall I do a Christmas one? I'll be there on the Buble, Rachel. Buble.
Oh, that's coming up. And you've just given me an idea. Why don't we? And team, just make a note. Let's do at Christmas. We'll do a charity Buble, and we'll think of the charity. We'll do a poll. We'll have that in the Ballet Fitness room, and let's do a massive charity event, class. Masterclass to Buble.
Amazing.
And let's get some ideas there, and we'll get that going. So we'll do that. You've given me inspiration, and I think that's what I love about the Ballet Befit community. And I never envisaged when I started, how many years ago now, that we would have this community where we bounce ideas off one another, and we do that in the Ballet Fitness Room Facebook group. We bounce ideas, and we support each other in everything that we're doing. And you guys support me in terms of being able to deliver more, to enable you to have an even better experience with Ballet Befit. And I think that as just having the conversation now has really made me think we can do a really good charity event for Christmas, and we can have some fun at the same time. So we're going to do that. So team, make a note, and then we can start to plan with that. But at £200 and something for an hour is incredible. You should be absolutely.
It was really chuffed. And what was a nice thing as well, going back to the recordings, is that, you know, as this time of year people are away and whatever and couldn't necessarily attend live, they just said, oh, send the recording, and they did the recording. still felt part of the event and made a donation as well. So yeah, it feels nice to do something.
It is. It's always nice to do. Have you got any? I mean, obviously, we've just kind of got an idea that we're going to do. Have you got any other events or anything planned? Have you got something that you think you're wanting to do?
Yeah, always thinking about things. So as I said, probably do a Halloween charity event as well. The classes themselves, if people want to check them out on the Facebook page, which I have got, it's the Imperfect Ballerina has got the current timetable up, but it does change every single month because I just decide, we'll have a go at doing this. But every class that I do is quite different, and I quite like that because it keeps the whole body guessing as to what are we doing next. But one of the things that I do want to do when probably September time is run a 6 to 8 week course where we do something that is purely choreographed, and with the sense to try and perfect a little bit the movements, or try and get them a little bit better, maybe progress in those movements as well. So gradually building up stamina, building up strength, adding in some weights, adding in some more equipment. So that's going to be one of the things that I hope to offer. It's just thinking about what the right time to offer it is, and hopefully September might be.
I think September would be a perfect time. After the first week of September, when the children are back at school, but after that, and then really, I think that would be a great course to do, a technical Ballet Befit course where you're doing your strength and your conditioning, but you're going that little bit deeper into a lot of the technique, and you're basically ramping it up, aren't you, each and every class every week, which I think that sounds a fantastic course. Now, the team have put in your Facebook group, which is the Imperfect Ballerina. You also have an Instagram as well. That's the same, Imperfect.
Yeah, it's at Imperfect Ballerina. Also, Happy Hour at the Bar. You can find me on either of those. Yeah.
Okay. And then I can see, which I am so impressed with, is I'm looking behind you on your screen.
Oh, yeah, behind you.
It is great. Could you just read out your email?
Just email. It is just imperfectballerina@gmail.com. So obviously you can get in contact with me there about joining any of the classes. It'd be fantastic to see some more of you enjoying yourself at the bar.
Absolutely. So your classes, as you say, they because you like to mix it up. You have a month. You like to do a monthly timetable. Is that how you work? You have a monthly.
It varies. Sometimes it's a weekly timetable. Sometimes the past couple of months I've essentially done a monthly one, just so that people have got different holiday plans. But people can pay a drop-in rate of just £5 a class, or commit for the month for unlimited classes at £20. So with July and August, I decided to offer the recordings as well. So yeah, come and join me at those classes. And
I think I'll be joining you as well. I need to do some more classes. So also,
that's a good point though, Rachel, isn't it? That like one of the things I would say with instructing is sometimes you don't make the time for yourself to do other people's classes, and that's one of the things that I suppose why I have done the timetable this month, so that I know that I can try and maximize time for me to go in and see other people's classes, and to just try and learn from them, because you do pick up so much, just different things, different ideas, and just talking about the charity event, for example.
Definitely. And I think that's what's so nice, that we have obviously our Ballet Fitness room, where if you're not an instructor, you can go in and you can find classes. But then we've got our instructor hub, where if you're an accredited instructor, you're in that Facebook group as well. And I think what is so good is that we've got real accountability with one another. And I do think it's really important to do each other's classes, because you bounce ideas. just supports one another at the same time. But we're always constantly learning, and I think that's the real thing here. And I think it is so nice to be supporting one another and learning from one another at the same time and bringing each other up. And I think that that's what I really like about our community. And I can see in the Instructor Hub that each and every instructor is cheering each other on, and it is just such a supportive group, which, yeah, and we can join each other's classes. And that is the beauty of online, isn't it? Now, that is the one thing that COVID has really sort of helped us with, really. Yeah. So is there anything else that you would like to share with the listeners tonight? Is there anything that sort of you'd like to say?
I just would say, if you've got a little call, and if you're sort of thinking, oh, wonder if I could do that, go for it. It's just about putting one foot in front of the other, literally, and just go with the flow. Have the confidence of sort of thinking, you can, and you indeed will do it. I remember sitting down with you. Actually, we did one of these.
Yes.
I looked over Facebook. It was 35 weeks ago, and you were saying, "Oh, Sarah, you will. You'll." I said, "If I pass the qualification," he said, "You will. We'll get the support." And most definitely, that is one of the biggest thing that I've taken from the Ballet Befit. To know that it isn't just you aren't just the face of a company, Rachel. You're a real person. You are somebody who wanting to really support and actually you thrive in seeing people thrive, and Sarah as well, acting as your mentor as well. She's been in contact still, even along the journey, sort of saying, oh, what are you doing? So it's great to be part of the Ballet Befit family, I would say.
Well, it's an absolutely pleasure to have you as part of the Ballet Befit family. And for me, I was amazed when you said it's been 35 weeks since we last did our live stream. But my gosh, that's not long, really. And what you've done in those 35 weeks and what you've built in 35 weeks, I think is truly commendable. And I think that you have found a way of delivering a beautiful message, but of giving to others, having a business that you're passionate about at the same time, but being able to give to others. And I think that is the epitome of actually feeling fulfilled, because you're doing something you love, but you're also making a difference. You're also making a contribution. And for me personally, I think that is one of the most wonderful things that we can do, because we're helping others, but we're enjoying it along the way. And I really do thank you for taking action, stepping out of your comfort zone, and believing in yourself, and being part of the Ballet Befit family. So thank you ever so much. And just before we sort of close the live stream tonight, just tell everybody one more time where they can find you, so that they don't miss out on your incredible classes.
So come and join me for classes. You can contact me by the email that's just behind, which is imperfectballerina@gmail.com. We've also got a Facebook page, which is the Imperfect Ballerina, and you can find me also on Instagram, which is happy hour at the bar, at the Imperfect Ballerina. So I'd love you to join me. Let's have some fun at the bar. And just before I go, just thanks for having me.
It's been Rachel. Great. It's been great chatting with you. So I'm going to wish you all of the best, and I will most certainly be talking with you soon. And Sarah's always telling me of progress, how everybody's doing. So I'm always in touch, and thank you for being part of Hello Monday. So take care, and thank you ever so much. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So I'd just like to, as I say, an absolute massive thank you to Sarah. As you can see, she's doing amazing with her Ballet Befit and her Pilates, and it has been an absolute pleasure to have Sarah on tonight. Just before I go, I do want to remind you that tomorrow at 7:30 British summertime, we have sent an email out. I hope the team will put a link in the comments box. We're starting our ballet club, and that is actually where we get together, and we're going to get together on Zoom, and we're going to have a discussion about a ballet every single month. And tomorrow we're going to have a discussion about Romeo and Juliet, and it is the Macmillan choreography that we're going to discuss. It has gone out in an email with a link to that particular ballet, and we're going to talk all about the choreography, all about the dance, the movements, and really have a great time having a conversation about ballets. So if you haven't seen that, I'm sure the link will now be in the comments box. Join me tomorrow on Zoom, where it will be very interactive, and we will have a really great conversation about Romeo and Juliet, and really all about how beautifully choreographed that is. It's one of my absolutely favourite ballets, so I am so excited to be discussing that with you tomorrow at our new monthly ballet club. So I will see you there. And as always, I wish you a great rest of your day, great evening, and I will see you. At the moment, I'm doing Hello Monday every 2 weeks, so I will see you in 2 weeks' time for another topic that is all ballet and fitness. And I can't wait to see you then. Have an amazing rest of your day, your evening. Have a great week, and thank you for tuning in, and I will see you real soon.
Thanks for tuning in to Hello Monday. Be sure to visit the Ballet Fitness Room to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover our fantastic bonus content. Join us next time for more tips and techniques. Bye for now.